Good morning, everybody. It is 8:12 a.m. It's November 15th. Welcome to my channel. Market skyrocketed yesterday after CPI. Just crazy. Just crazy. I mean, currently, right now, the Qs, well, pretty much at all-time highs already. Triple Qs at all-time highs. Wow. It's almost speechless. We're not even in the Santa Claus rally stage. Pretty insane. This is crazy. Um, so that's what's going on. I mean, boy. And we have PPI today. So let's get into this. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. Use volume profile, market profile to find structure in this market. Okay. I also use supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, and we use the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the previous day. This all helps me find structure in this market. Right? This has not been the easiest environment because the moves have been happening. Not all, but the CPI move was huge move pre-market yesterday. Huge move. So, and then you got continuation from that move, and now we're higher right now. We're gapping up. Okay, pretty interesting. I mean, to say we're reaching overbought, but that overbought thing doesn't mean anything because you can go higher than anybody thinks, right? Higher for longer than anybody thinks. We will eventually get some type of pullback. Will today be the day? Maybe. We're at all-time highs in the Qs. Maybe. We'll have to see, right? So, subscribe. Set an alert if you haven't already. Okay. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. That would help me out. And of course, you can always follow me on X at Gonzo719. Okay, we're gonna get right into. Let's see here. We're gonna get right into just this watch. Just remember, we have PPI coming out. Obviously, the big boy was yesterday. CPI. All right, came in softer. So let's get into this watch list here. Let's see what we have going on. Now, I know Bitcoin dropped to 35,000, but now it's catching a bid. Okay, up 2.64%. Ether's up 2.04%. Silver, okay, silver is up 1.59%. The more volatile metal, right? The dollar tanked yesterday. All right, so Nasdaq's up 0.7, getting follow through. Little Russell was a monster yesterday. I think it was up over 5% yesterday. Broke a bunch of key levels that I've been looking at, and crazy move in the Russell. Small caps have been just destroyed, and they got some life yesterday, right? ES up 0.45, gold's up 0.45. Gold with the dollar weakness hanging around that 2K, right? So the VIX is up 0.42%. Interesting, right? VIX is up and the market is gapping up. Okay. The Dow is up 0.34. Dollar's pretty much flat at 104. All right, so it broke that support I was talking about. The 10-year yield, we're going to get into this right now. It closed. It's going to report in 3 minutes, but it closed at that support level I talked about. So it's right now at its last leg of support. See if it can hold up. Now, right now, 30-year bonds are being sold, but they're only down 0.22. Okay, because TLT had a big move yesterday, bigger than the market. Okay, so crude's down 0.37. Now I like it. I'm looking at my chops at crude a little bit. Look at my chops. Big drop down to the most traded price of the year. Okay, so let's move on. Now, stocks I like to day trade and swing trade. BABA BABA's up 3.23%. JD.com had good earnings, had a record profitability in their quarter. So a bunch of China stocks getting some love, okay? Coin's up 2%. It's at 94. Okay, Bitcoin's up, coin is up. Tesla is up 2. Tesla, jeez, this is killing me. This move was made pre-market. I was eyeing that 226 level. It's up 242 right now. And XLY, I talked about it in my Monday morning. I said XLY needs to just break out. And what did it do? Smashed. It smashed it. And that is propelling this market higher, along with financials broke out. Okay? That's what I said would fuel this market, and look what happened. Unbelievable, right? Snow, I was looking at 162. It's at 168. I mean, it's just this pre-market move. Just unfortunately didn't get nice entries into this thing. So everything's just up. Look at that: Amazon, AMD, Netflix, Nvidia, Meta, Roblox. JP Morgan is the laggard, but it's up 0.02%. So the overall breadth of the market right now, nothing's down, right? Let's go to top sector, right? So, CAT is up 1%, okay? Qualcomm, Home Depot, those are the leaders. Morgan Stanley, Salesforce, all right? Now, now PepsiCo, Procter & Gamble, these are not down. These are just not that strong, right? Makes a little sense. I saw Berkshire Hathaway got rid of Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, and Amazon. They were talking about they shed their shares of that. Target had decent earnings, and they are up, which was helping Walmart earlier as sympathy. But let's get into sectors. So sectors, semis, Jesus, semis leading the pack, right? Up 1%, followed by discretionary, followed by technology. Okay. Laggard, utilities, and energy. Utilities is barely down, but energy, okay? Like I think energy, utilities, these types of things, depending on what happens in our economy next year, right? We'll have to see. We will have to see. All right. So 10-year yield is up 0.41%. Okay, that got reported. So right there, 10-year yield is up 0.41%. But it took a big dip. Okay. Let's get into our economic calendar. All right, let's do that. Now, today we have PPI and retail sales. Okay. We're going to see if at October 1st, student loans had to start getting repaid again. Okay. Let's see if this has affected retail sales. Okay. We're going to see if that affects the numbers today. So retail sales, let's see year over year. Before it was 3.8, forecast 2.1. Okay. Now the big PPI year over year. Previously it was 2.2. It's interesting. The consensus is 1.9, but the forecast is 2.3. That's interesting. Very interesting. Core PPI, you're looking at a 2%, 2.7% consensus and forecast. All right, so that they're looking to stay flat with core PPI, looking to go under in the consensus under 2.2. So they're looking for this to fall, but like this to rise in the forecast. So a little interesting there, right? What else we have today? We have Fed bar speech at 9:30 a.m. Okay, so just really interesting. We got crude inventories as well. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. As far as any news, Target talked about. I talked about the Berkshire Hathaway, JD.com, Target. We talked about that. XPeng actually had disappointing sales, I believe. So let's see. Toyota said that their Camrys they're going to come out with only hybrid models, which is pretty interesting. That's pretty much what's going on there. All right, we can go back to that in 7 minutes. Okay, there's really not much to note that I wanted to speak about. Okay, we can get right into the daily charts. So I think that's important right now. And just crazy, the Qs. Jeez, just insane. All right, so here's the SPY. Of course, all-time highs is at 459.44, so we're not near that, but we're only $9 away from it. However, okay, I'm gonna get this fib because obviously that does not matter anymore. Okay, so where did we hit yesterday? There was a big positive gamma level at 450. Okay, 4,500 in the SPX. Okay, so we hit that and kind of sold off from that a little bit. Closed at 448 yesterday. Okay, so right now we are at 450.90. All right, we are right around here. All right, that is a previous weekly high right here. Okay, then you have a swing high here, which I think the market will pause here because you got resistance here, resistance here. Okay, it's a previous weekly high, previous monthly high, right around this. What level? Let's see what level this is. This is about 450. So call it 453, 454. Okay, that's the big level to watch. I would expect resistance here. Okay. That's what I'm seeing in the SPY. Okay, and we're gapping up right now. So if you look at this move, it's just insanity. All the way from friggin' 409 to we're at 450. Jesus. I mean, you thought this sell-off was harsh. They talking about like it's a crash upwards. What a move. I mean, crazy. Insanity. So let's get Qs. Okay, Qs. You can see all-time highs is 387.98. We're at 388.26 right now. We're up here. Right here. We're at all-time. Basically, let's just call it. We're above all-time highs right now. That's insane. That is insane. We were at 342 not too long ago. What was this day? October 26th. Not even a month later, and we're at all-time highs. It's crazy. Okay. So let's see here. Let's call this 388. Okay. 388. What I could see is a push up above it and a pullback. That's what generally would happen. Oh, there's exuberance over it. Oh my God, we're going over our all-time highs. And then you maybe pull back a little bit. But like I said, I don't know what will happen. That's generally what will happen on a big level like that. Okay? People take profits. But who knows? Right? Who really knows? So, Dow. Let's look at the Dow. See the Dow? The Dow is broke out big time here. Get rid of this fib. Okay? Big level of resistance. Where? 350, 351. We're at 349 right now, 349.71. So I would expect to get some resistance here in the Dow. Okay. Now the big one here, IWM. My Lord. My Lord, broke this downtrend, so I can get rid of that. Okay, broke this downtrend. This is the main downtrend line. Okay, now It is over the 50-day moving average. It literally gapped over it, right? Big level right here, okay? There's two of them, 177 and another big one at 179, okay? 179. So I've had my eyes on this IWM, right? But it just made a monster move. Look at that gap. Jesus, it was just at 167. It closed yesterday at 178, right? So right here, this is big levels here. Big level at 177 and went over that. Next move is 179. Right now, pre-market 179.60. Okay, you have the 200-day moving average 181. Okay, you have the most traded price coming up as well. I believe it's somewhere in here. So watching this, okay, you got a gap here. So looking for 180 to be tagged and maybe a pullback. Okay. All right. Let's go to TNX, triple-headed monster. Let's look at that level that I've been talking about, right? It finally broke it right here. I said this support level here at 4.4 yield is support until it's not, right? Well, that ripped down right through it and it's holding below it. Okay, I said if this is going to push down, market's going to move higher, right? Bond market, smart money. So pushed way down here. Can this fall to 4.38, 4.35? Let's, we have to see. PPI might move this. Let's look at that dollar with the big move in the dollar. Big move down. Look at that. Woo, right to the support level, right? 104. Okay. So now let's just go to an hourly chart here. Let's just go to an hourly chart. We can see the results of PPI. Let's go to that hourly chart here. And we'll just watch it together. This crazy nuts market. And let's see what numbers we get. All right. We got the results here. So let's see. Wow. Oh my God. This is bullish. Jesus. Huh. 1.3 headline PPI. 1.3. The forecast was 2.3. The consensus was 1.9. Now, I don't see much pushing up because we're just so bullish anyway. Interesting. Let's see core PPI. Core PPI, we were expecting 2.7, came in softer at 2.4. Okay. Now, retail sales year over year. Okay. Forecast was 2.1, came in at 2.5. That might be a little reason why we're not getting this bullish move from the PPI. Let's see, PPI month over month. Consensus was 0.1. It came under at negative 0.5. Okay. Retail sales previously was 0.9. This is a negative 0.1. That's month over month though. Core PPI, let's see, we got forecasted 0.2. Consensus 0.3. Came in at 0. So PPI looking good. Retail sales year over year, right, was previously 4.1. This is 2.5. Okay, so we expected 2.1. Interesting, right? So right now I don't see much going on here. Okay. Now, to say the least, this market needs some type of a little bit of pullback or correction is an understatement. Do we get it today? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. All right. Now that we got that and it's not causing too much volatility, okay, it's not causing too much volatility, we can go over to the market profile and let's just see the structure of this market, okay? So with this data dropping, right? We have the dollars up, okay? VIX is up. 10-year yield is up 1.19%. It's almost hitting 4.5 yield, okay? So this is something to monitor, okay? A gap up after two big moves up, generally you can get some type of correction. I could see us balancing today, okay? But we have to see. I don't really know once the market opens what's going to be strong, what's going to be weak, who's taking profit, So let's look at structure together, okay? This is our weekly profile. You can see single prints here from CPI, distribution down here. All right, building some volume up here. All right, most traded price of the week's down here at 44.30. Job for the market, bring that most traded price of the week up to this like 45.15 level. That would secure a nice bullish structure for the market, okay? Because what do we have here? Huge single prints and a gap, followed by more single prints, okay? This doesn't mean that they're going to just get swept. But if this market takes a little turn, that is not good foundation. Okay, you don't have a good foundation for the move. Now you're at all-time highs in the Qs. I mean, you're below it now that I can see the Qs is now 387. So you're below it. People are probably going to want to take some profit. But I only speak in probabilities, not in what will happen. You know what I mean? Probabilities is what I speak in. I don't speak in predictions. I don't care to be right or wrong. I speak in what I see, right? So that's why structure just doesn't lie. Okay, and it's always an if-then scenario with me, you know? Because if you keep calling for the push up and push up and push up, or you keep calling for the bear, the bear, the bear, you're eventually going to be right, but you're also wrong a lot, right? That's why to me, I kind of flow with the market. I don't really care to predict. So here we go, right? So let's look at this right now. Most trader price is here, okay, around 45.08 or so, okay. I would say that's a little bit of a line in the sand here, okay. All right, now this becomes a weak low. All right, now why? Value area, that's 70% of the trade, is right here from yesterday. The most traded price is right here. Okay, you got overnight low here. Okay, this is the market needs to defend this level right here. Okay, value area is 70% of the trade of that session. So if the majority of people have initiated positions, most likely long, when we come down here to this most traded price of yesterday, if you break this, you have single prints here. Then underneath that, what do you have? More weak structure with single prints in a gap. So the market needs to defend this level. Okay, that's the structure you're basically looking at. Okay, right now, currently, we're at almost yesterday's highs. We were gapping up. You could see the excess up here. Okay, now you did have us 100% net long. Here's the overnight open. Everything's long. Everybody in the overnight's long. Now this is gone as far as a reversal because look, price is below the midpoint of the overnight session. So the edge for this is kind of gone. If we were up here and we opened, oh man, that would be a nice fade. Okay, but that's gone now. Okay, that's gone. We're in the middle of the overnight session. That's not an edge. Okay, so here's our yesterday's highs. Here's yesterday's lows. Okay. People just took some profit here. Now, it's as simple as what I said before. And let's just get right into the scenarios. Okay. This is the beauty of structure. Okay. This is why I love looking at this, how I look at the market, because it just gives me a clear structure foundation. I don't care price action. I don't care. It's about structure. Okay. So, perfect of yesterday. Okay. What do we have to look for? Let's look at the bullish case. Okay. Let's look at the bullish case. Here's yesterday's 50%. The midpoint of yesterday's move is at 45.04. Okay. What does that line up with? Value area low. You can see the highlighted area is the value area. That's 70% of the trade happened there. Okay. I just talked about this. This is the week low. Also, most trader price of yesterday in this area. Okay. This has to be defended. All right. Now you need liquidity to go higher. You need fuel. You need sellers to get hurt in order to get fuel to higher, right? So, if you're a bull, you think we're still going higher. Okay. In me, I don't care. I just have to see. So in my case, I'm a scenario guy. So if the market comes down here and tests this area, okay, this could definitely be a bear trap. Okay, you can push down in here. If you come across this and start holding, you're going to test yesterday's highs and maybe test overnight highs at 45.52. I don't know how much room there's to go higher, but that's really what you want to see as a bull. Forget about the price action if it comes down here. It doesn't matter. It's the structure. Okay? We know 70% of the trade took place in this area. We know everybody's long here. Okay? So, if sellers get paid, right, but they can't go lower, then they're going to get squeezed, right? Going to have to cover. All right. So, in a bearish case, okay, it's just the opposite of that scenario, okay? And we have this gap. It's a small gap. I don't even want to stress the gap too much, okay? So in a bearish case, it's the same level we're looking at, okay? Same level right here. This level, 45.04 to 45.09, say 45.08. That's the level, right? So what I just said before is if we push up and we tag the overnight high, okay, because you start making lower lows, if we close the gap, fill it, and you start moving back into range, this is the test, okay? Because you're going to come right down to here, and this is the test. So now we're bearish scenario. So if we break under this level, hold, really start getting weakness, you got single prints and a gap with poor structure below us. I could definitely see us going to the top of the gap to yesterday's lows. Okay. Now, we could bounce from here, or if there's farther weakness, there's more single prints from right here, the CPI move. Now, this would be a very bearish case. If you rip through all this, you could fill that gap and land at 44.30. Do I think that's possible? Anything's possible, but I'm just going because the structure is so weak. Okay? Now, the market can defend these prices, no problem. I'm just talking about if it's a bearish scenario. Okay? But the key is this level. That's the line in the sand today. 45.04, 45 to 45.09. That's the area. Bulls defend it. We're going to push higher and balance. If it can't, we're going to at least probably revisit yesterday's lows, and then you got a gap and single prints below us. Okay, hope that makes sense to everybody. All right. So now see, we're pulling in. So now I'm not going to have time to go over the NASDAQ. Let's just see. It's pretty much the same. It's not exactly the same. Okay, it's not exactly. You can see that really went up high here, right? And you kind of got a weak, you got a poor low here in the overnight. There's the most traded price of yesterday around 158.67. Okay, that's the line in the sand. That's the line in the sand. Okay. Then you got a big gap below us. So have to see, right? I think 450 you have to look at in the SPY as a level, okay, to see if it holds. All right, that's going to be it for me today. All right. Subscribe, send an alert if you enjoy the content. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw as well, and you can always follow me on social media at X at Gonzo719. Okay. Got our plan. I like the plan. All right, it's very clear. I wish everyone good luck today. Stay green, and we'll have to see what happens today. All right, take it easy.